Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas coming up. It is going to be fun. So, had a chance to meet up with some great old friends. Had a chance to see my daughter that's in college and my son here in Idaho. So, we all met up at a great buddy of mine's house and we spent the week. It was so much fun. We did so many cool things. They did a turkey hunt. It was a trap and skeet. And whoever the winners were, what up, Daniel? They would give away turkey. They give away turkeys and hams and all sorts of cool stuff. And it was a lot of fun. We ended up, I didn't take any home, but basically we ended up with like 8 or 9 turkeys and like 6 hams, and we killed it. It was a lot of fun. Welcome everybody, welcome. It is let's see, I've got 650 miles in for the day. It's 7:49. I'm gonna actually hit the sack, screw off on the phone for a little bit, and then get ready for tomorrow. So I'm getting tired and was kind of falling asleep while driving, so be safe, and figured I'd pull off at another rest stop. The rest stops seem to work really well. I'm parked here under a nice big light, and of course I got plenty of things in here that'll help deter people. So the trip's been fun. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. So let's do a poll: turkey or ham? Which one is the champion, turkey or ham? I'm gonna go with, I know what I enjoy more is a turkey, but I would assume ham's gonna win tonight for some reason. What will it be? Turkey or ham? Oh, there's a ham. Turkey, okay, we're even. Oh, turkey's up by 1. Oh, shit, it's tied up. Yeah, prime rib, there you go, Papa's Place. We didn't do that one. We have done that in the past, actually, and it was a lot of fun. Bald eagle. Of course, Daniel's going to eat bald eagle. Leave the bald eagles alone, Daniel. You know better than that. Hams up, steak, turkey. Damn, it's a race. Race to the finish of even right now. What else? What else kind of crazy stuff? Did poker night. We had a couple of poker nights. We played Ship Captain Crew. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that as well. Won some money, lost some money. It was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of whiskey drinking, unfortunately. What's going on, Ozzy? And turkey hands down. It was just nice to see a bunch of people that I grew up with that I haven't seen in years. So it's always fun to get back to your roots, see your buddies, and I don't know, I had an enjoyable time. There's some good stories that maybe I'll tell later, but it was definitely a thumbs up in Idaho, and I'll probably be back. I like Idaho. I always have. So we'll see. Sprinter van's doing good. I did have a good trip. Appreciate it. And diesel fuel sucks. It's $6.11 was the highest I've seen so far, and it's always right around $6 around here. So as I head hopefully down to Texas, it should get a little cheaper. Like hopefully $2 cheaper. Someone had texted me, I can't remember who it was. Oh, I think it was I know he's from Florida. Who was that? Anyways, he said it was like $4.50 or something. So that'll be nice. But I think I have 1,500. No, let's see. I started off with 17. I got like 1,100 more miles to get to College Station, Texas, and then I'm hoping to shoot prior to that somewhere in Texas. Practice some winds. See what their winds are out there. Kind of get an idea. Confirm zeros and I'll do all that stuff. See what the velocities are going to be for whatever the temps are going to be. Before I turned the van off, it was I think it was 40 here. I'm in Utah, I think, still. Hell, I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm in Utah still. But it's definitely been really cold. It's actually starting to warm up as I head south, so that's a bonus. And then I don't know. Any questions? Send them out there. We'll have some fun. But I did get a chance to shoot a little bit at my buddies. We went down to some BLM land, set up some targets, kind of did some zeros, let him shoot a rifle of mine, and he really wants one now, so we'll see what happens. But it's been enjoyable. It's been fun seeing the countryside. That's another reason why I want to kind of hit the sack early, is because I don't want to miss the views in the morning. So driving all night through whatever, and you're missing out on all the cool mountains and all that stuff. What's going on, Brad H? Takes away from the trip per se. So you're not seeing the beauty of the mountains or the streams that you're passing. You know, whatever's out there. Who knows what the next 1,000 miles will take? But I know going through some of the states, like Idaho, beautiful mountain ranges. BLM, or I don't know what it is, Bureau of Land Management shit. I don't know what they call it out here. That's how I know it as. It's there was some flat places with no trees, but beautiful mountain ranges. So like Idaho, towards the Boise area. What's going on, Smoking Cash? Nice mountains, off into the distance. A lot of fields, pastures. And then a lot of just rolling hill land, but with no trees. So it's a big difference in North Carolina, where everything's a tree. You don't actually see what the terrain of the mountains look like, because it's just straight up trees is what you're seeing. So what else do I got to report? Other than that, I bought a few things. Got some new pants and other shit at the DMB. If you guys don't know what that is, kind of like a Western wear place. But I had a chance to get some new pants and got a belt. But what else? That's it. It's been just mostly enjoyable hanging out with the buddies. A lot of them flew back to where they're from, and my son took off in the van. If you guys, I don't know if you've heard this. I don't think I even told the story. But my son, he bought a church bus, you know, like a short shuttle bus looking thing. And him and 3 buddies have been touring the United States in this thing for the last month. So they ripped all the seats out. They put a bunch of bunk beds in where they can put all their gear and then have a place to sleep. And they have been having a time of their life. And I'm actually very fortunate, or feel fortunate for them, that they have the ability to go screw off while they're young, do it while you're young, and enjoy the world. A lot of people don't travel. They don't go out and see the different states and see what there's to enjoy, and they kind of just stay in their little bubble and never really leave. Honey baked ham, yeah, that is good. What's up? So I think I kind of put that into him as an adventurer. Is Ray with me? No, Ray's staying at home, actually. He's not shooting the nationals, which kind of gives them, the ability to feel like, okay, I'm gonna go out, check out the world, and he's kind of comfortable with it already. So him and his 3 buddies have been having a blast, a lot of fun. Let's see, what is it called? It's like North Carolina. Wish I could afford the real honey baked ham. Yeah, those things are expensive. The spiral cut hams. But they're good. They're definitely the best that I've had. But I think getting out, going and seeing different states, places in the United States is cool. Traveling outside the U.S. is good if you're going to some place that's not going to get shot up. I drive a truck for 17 years and haven't went anywhere in the U.S. other than for a family function. Come on, Brad H. Get that big rig rolling. Not right now, though. Freaking diesel's stupid. My sister is a bride. So, yep, another night of kicking it at... I haven't had any cops, like, say you need to leave, which I heard is a possibility, because a rest area is not for resting, supposedly, but I don't understand that when It doesn't make any sense to me. So if that's the case, I don't see how they need to name it something else, like a parking lot. Am I going to be in Indiana, northern Indiana, actually? Northern Indiana. I don't think so. I'm a crunchy peanut butter kind of guy myself. Daniel, why can't you make one sentence normal? What are you talking about, buddy? I'm giving him a hard time because I know him. He must have been hitting the bottle tonight, even though I don't think he really drinks. Other than that, I didn't drink much sweet tea this week, but I think I drank too much whiskey. Had a good time though. Other than that, that's it. I really don't got much. It was all family fun kind of stuff. Idaho Rogers. Yeah, I didn't think you did, Daniel. Must be that goat milk you've been drinking. I know he's laughing right now. But that's it. Hit the hay. What up, Richard Arthur? Make sure it's the right bottle you're grabbing there. No, I don't have any in here. Let's stop in Indiana and shoot with Kenny. What did I say? Kenny in Arizona on your way through. I would if I was going that way. I'd love to see Kenny. There's a bunch of buddies out there in Arizona I'd like to meet up with, but man, I got enough traveling to do. I think I have, after Texas, once I get to Texas, so today it started off, I needed 1,700 miles. Once I get to there, and then I need another 13 to get home. But I was thinking about going to NFR in December, the National Finals Rodeo, but I don't feel like driving all the way back through to Nevada to haul ass again and get home, because I will be in Nevada pretty soon for a SHOT Show, so that'll be at the end of January. So Kenny's business must have taken off, right? I know he's busy. He definitely sells a good rifle, so the word's getting out, which is good. I know he's working on some stuff. I don't know if he's talked about it yet, but he's got plans of building a shop, so he's working on that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I haven't practiced enough for nationals, so I need to get in the mindset of shooting again. So I need to go. I'm trying to get to Texas a couple days beforehand. Today's Sunday, Monday. I should be there by Tuesday for sure. I'll have like a week. Try some Cody's there in college. What is pork with a hole in it? Let's see. Try some Cody's there in College Station. Cody's, huh? Cream corn is awesome. I'll check that out. So I need to get back into the swing of things. I feel like I've been slacking. So I shot, my last match was, I think Snipers Unknown or something. Yeah, and that was center fire rifle. So I haven't really picked up I haven't shot any matches for rimfire in a few weeks. So I kind of feel like a little rusty. So I need to get out, do that before the match. Get some practice in, some repetition kind of deal, just to get used to where I should be in the 90 seconds again, all that kind of stuff. Luckily, I do have the watch with the app that helps. I just shot my first PRS rimfire match, and I got third. Hell yeah, Big Tasty. Congratulations. That's an awesome start to a shooting. Not a lot of people can say their first match they got third place. What was it, NRL, or was it a PRS match, or what? How are those tires in the snow? Actually, they're really good. These are the BFG all-terrain KO2s, I think. And when you got off the freeway and when you'd go get fuel, this was like in Colorado when I was coming through originally. The roads are pretty icy. Up in Laramie, Wyoming was kind of crappy. when you got off the freeway, but they work good. They work really well, really. I'm just glad I haven't had to put the chains on and drive through a bunch of snow. We've been doing 75, 80 the whole time, which is nice. So the roads are perfectly clear, dry, and not bad at all. So that is a bonus, because going 25 miles an hour and having to go 1,700 miles really makes things take forever. So I did leave early, if you want to call it early. I left Idaho basically a day and a half early. One, I wanted to get, I don't like being late. That's like my unwritten rule, don't be late. Did you thaw out the van's bathroom water tank? I did, LZ. I ran this heater. It was hotter than shit in here, but it did melt the water. And now I keep it warm. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this or not, but when the van's running and I'm driving down the road, I can turn on the engine heater. I don't know if that's the official name. Not the little diesel dripper, but it takes somehow it takes whatever and heats some coils to get back off the engine. So it works pretty good. It was PRS. That should be base division, but I got an aftermarket trigger. So I'm a young guns. That's awesome. Who cares? That's freaking great. Trying to hop in the shower in here, and is a third stream to keep me distracted. What's going on, Shaggy? Yep, keep you distracted. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, because you got nothing better to do than drive, and it's actually been really enjoyable. Pretty good one. So moving water will never freeze, but gotta crank the heat on. Yeah, you can't really sight. It doesn't have a. Is Microtech going to come out with the kitchen knives or hunting, game dressing, butcher knives? Brad H, there's actually, it's called the, I think it's called the SOCOM. No, it's called the Bravo. It's a fixed blade that would probably work good for cleaning deer. Look at that on their website. But no, I haven't seen anything on kitchen knife stuff. But I've been gone for a few weeks, so you never know. Just did the nastiest oil change ever. 5 quarts low, 1,000 miles overdue. Yeah, I got an oil change luckily right before I left here. Yeah, the kitchen knife set would be badass for sure. And they may be working on something, I don't know. I'm notified when it comes out. Then I know about it. Unless they're building it, unless I'm building it. Like I know when a few things come out before they come out, but I haven't seen any kitchen knife stuff. I wouldn't put him past him though, because he makes great stuff. What else? So we got a 3rd place win, which is awesome, and a young gun, which is even more awesome. How have you been, bud? What else? I brought a lot of clothes just because I don't know what the weather was going to be like, which is nice. And then I was able to wash stuff, which is huge, because then you kind of start fresh with all clean clothes. But I'm going to sign off here in a minute. Hopefully you guys, like I said earlier, had a great, wonderful Thanksgiving. And get ready for the stupid struggle bus coming up with trying to find stuff. That would be cool. Let me see what I got. You finished that house renovation? Yeah, did you ever finish that, Shaggy? Not sure which. I think it was your mom's home, the one you were working on last. You making a video for nationals? Because I'd love to see the course of fire. Big Tasty, I'm gonna try to get some, definitely get some footage from the match, because I've been slacking and I apologize. But I have stated that I'm trying to, I don't know. It's very tough to film or set up stuff, and that's kind of in the back of your head when you're shooting and you're not paying attention to the stuff you should be doing, which is like getting ready to the course of fire, making sure you got the right distances, dialing your first dope in, setting your parallax, making sure your mags are loaded. You know, there's this whole little ritual before you start, and sometime that plays into it, and then you'll have a botched stage, which you don't want a botched stage at nationals. If you screw up one stage at nationals, you're gonna pay for it a lot. You're gonna drop down in the thing. I know I'm in the third squad, so they take the top shooters, they put them in stage or squad one, and then kind of depending on how everybody scored, they put everybody basically down from there. So I know I'm shooting with a couple guys that I know in squad 3, which will be really cool. And the higher the squad, like the 1, 2, 3, are more of the basically squad 1's the top shooters, squad 2 is probably the top shooters, just because of how many regions there are, and then it just keeps boiling down from there to however many. I think we're gonna have 200 shooters or so. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm sure they filled it. But last year was an amazing time. They did a really good job of putting it together. Trying to think if I remember the guy's name. What the hell's his name? From Texas that ran the match last year. Why can't I think? Well, anyways, he did a great job, and it was a really fun match. So looking forward to it again this year. Looking forward to seeing all the shooters, hanging out with some of my old buddies. There's quite a few people coming from North Carolina and Kentucky and Georgia, and just guys I normally shoot with all the time. So it'll be cool to see them in Texas at nationals. Do I wish they showed up? No. Just more competition to deal with. But no stripper pole in the van yet. Yeah, no stripper pole in the van yet, Brad. I don't really got room for a stripper pole. I'll have to put it on the roof. Put it on the roof like a big flag pole. Do you think you'd shoot NRL 22 Nationals? Yeah, I plan on shooting that for sure. Let's see, I've thought about setting up a camera for some sporting clay shoots, but my concern was the same as what you said. I'd be more worried about the camera, than my shooting. It's tough trying to do both. What's up, Insight Freedom? Nice to see you, buddy. It is tough. It is tough because unless you can bring someone to deal with the camera and make sure you're in frame and all that stuff, and it's just weird, like having a camera around when people are shooting. I've been doing YouTube long enough. They kind of know that a camera is going to be taking place sometimes, so it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, it's just one more damn thing to think about, for sure. And then half the time you're like, did I turn it on? And you get up to the thing and you're like, you know, and it's like trying to remember to start your timer on your watch. Hell, half the time, I'm getting better actually, but half the time you're like, he'll be all shooter ready, and you'll be all yeah, and then you're like, shit, I forgot to set my watch. You know, it's just all these little things. You gotta have, everything's got to be in perfect order, and you need to do the same thing every time before you get up there. That's the way to stay consistent for sure and not forget something. Even a checklist, even one where you actually look, is not a bad idea. Because there's a lot of stuff. Loading mags, it's all these little simple things, but if you forgot to load your mag but you did everything else, and then you get up there and you only got 2 rounds, you're screwed. You know, and making sure you got a spare mag is important. And all those little things compound. So the more brain farts, I call them, you know, the worse off you're going to be, for sure. So, but I am looking forward to it. I want to see what I'll get. I'm shooting for a top 10. I have no idea if it's possible, but I have to come up with an idea of what I want to do. So I want to shoot for a top 10. That's my plan. Whether I get it or not, who knows? Probably not. Who knows? But I need to stay positive. like I talked about in that book, you know, you're basically trying to tell yourself over and over that you're gonna win, and be positive about it. I already have won. Think like you've already won the match, and have that positivity coming into it. And that's a way of thinking when it comes to shooting a competition. So when I shoot 3-gun, I'm shooting for, depending on how big the match is, I do it for thoroughly just enjoying shooting 3-gun, but I know that I'm not fast, and I know that the kids are running a lot faster and shoot a lot quicker than I do. So I go in saying, okay, I want to get a top 50% or whatever it is. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to go in. I think I got 43rd last year out of 200 shooters. So not bad, but I had botched a stage or two, which dropped me down. And the guys that I normally shoot with, where my scores are usually right with them, or he's beating me and I'm beating them, they were in 17th place. 17th, 16th, and something else. So I'm thinking, if I can stay in the top 20, I'm gonna try to capture top 10 as my like personal goal. But if I can stay in the top 20, that should be pretty good. You need better eyesight, tree filler. But yeah, you got to go into it positive. You got to go into it wanting to win. And this sport of PRS rimfire, I'm trying to go in and win. The way people are going to win this match, because they're all damn good shooters, right? You're taking people from all over the country that basically have scored high enough to get into nationals. So everybody can get a top 10, basically, in my mind. So you got to really keep everything organized, and then wind, trying to figure out wind. Texas has a lot of wind. Last year the targets were very small, and the person that can read wind the best and keep their normal everyday shooting as far as marksmanship, keeping in everything together, having some, you know, nice and stable and level rifle and a good trigger pull, we'll see. So all that's got to come together. All the stars got to align, and if they align, you should score pretty high in the final results. So as long as you don't botch some damn thing. Texas has very little wind compared to Oklahoma. Yeah, it does. One day you shoot, I don't know what it is, north or south, and then the next day you shoot east or west, last year. So, and then you just got to figure out the wind. So figure out the wind, spot your misses is important, and correct. What's the wind in the van like? No wind in the van. What up, Abigail? The wind while you're driving the van sometimes gets a little crazy. It's like driving a piece of plywood around. What's up, Rickster? Man, you've covered a lot of miles in the past couple of weeks. How are the Westerners treating you? Treat me well. Let's see. One day, walking to the gas station, I was able to spread my arms wearing a hoodie and flew 15 feet, literally. Yeah. I am alive. I am alive. I figured you guys needed the holiday time. I needed the time to hang out with my friends and family. So it worked out well. But I'm back. I'll give some report on conditions later. And I will try to get some Course of Fire video footage of nationals, and hopefully get some not so much interviews, but screwing off videos with fellow shooters and having fun. So you guys have a wonderful night. I'm working till 7. Stay safe, Abigail. You guys have a wonderful night. See you on the next one. Whoa, my light said that's it. Go to bed. All right, I'm going to bed. See, even my car's smart enough to tell me to get my ass to bed. All right, you guys, take care.